So, Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1. The social media derby ends in defeat for Manchester United, the worst Manchester United team in probably 40-odd years. Came to the Emirates, and if Bruno hadn't have taken what you just said backstage was worst penalty of the season, it would have been 2-2, totally different game, Jez. But some of the defending in that game, it was like schoolboy stuff. It was embarrassing at times. What did you make of the game overall, mate?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say that I'm happy for the win. United, I love beating Man United. Back in time, they were our biggest rivals. And currently, they still are, because we're both shit teams, let's be fair. Everybody's going to gas it off. But that's the greatest win of the season. Well, yeah, they're crap. We're crap. We've got a shit defence. Yeah, Arteta's fixed the defence. Really? I didn't say that today. We were lucky. But I'm not going to knock it. I will take it all day long because Lee, I can remember very, very tight games in the days when Arsenal and Man U were the two biggest clubs in England. When Liverpool had dropped away, Chelsea were nowhere, and it was always a battle. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to say well done to the team, because to me, as a lifelong Arsenal fan, it's a major result to me. And I'm happy about it.
Yeah, Mohamed El Neni back in the team again today, and I thought he was superb again. Somebody put in the watch along that just sums up how bad our midfield is. Which
it does. It does.
Yeah, no disrespect to him, because he ain't good enough to play for Arsenal if we want to compete for a title. But the two games he's come in, he's been absolutely flawless. And he was the one player today. Maybe along with Odegaard in the first half. They were the only two in the first half that I weren't worrying about. Everyone else was all over the place in that first half, especially Cedric and Savage. I mean, come on. The way they were getting spun was embarrassing. Totally
Savage, he got his first goal. Fair play, big up to him. He was in the right place at the right time, because he tracked into the box and he was there. So, I can't disrespect the fella. But getting back to your point of when you have to turn around and say El Neni, and I would give him man of the match again today. I thought he was solid, stuff he did. But our defence once again looked so shaky. It proved it when Ronaldo gets between two of our defenders and scores a goal. Now, we know he's a world-class footballer. He's proved it. He's been there, done it, and can write books about it. But that should never, ever, ever happen. You can't get between two defenders who are on both his shoulders and he scores a goal.
Yeah.
No, that shouldn't happen, man.
No, 100%. And that's the thing, like, Man United, people say that was an entertaining game. Yeah, but it was only entertaining in the sense of there were so many errors in that game. It was just comical. I mean, look at Ramsdale when Bruno nearly scored and Gabriel got a touch on it for a corner. I thought that was in, and then I see it whistle wide. The goal Ronaldo scored, the goal we scored, was comical. The first one, what was Lindelof doing? And then obviously Delot was not following Savage, and he was ball watching. The goals were shambles. The penalty was hilarious. Ronaldo was a millimetre offside, otherwise it would have been 2-2. Like, people are going to sit there and say that was a great performance today. It weren't. Kenny's just done his fan cam, and he said that at half time there was a lot of people standing around him fuming, right, saying like that was shocking. Come on, we're going to get battered if we get into Europe. Yeah, and he said it on his fan cam. Arsenal and Man United are light years away from challenging for anything or doing anything in Champions League. Yeah, because if we're going to defend like that, which we have done quite a lot this season, but if we're going to defend like that to that team, right, then what are we going to do when we actually go up against proper teams? Because they're useless. They're worse than us. Yeah, and they are worse than us. They're a bigger football club than us, and they've got more issues than us. And to concede that many chances to them, and on another day, Bruno scores, Ronaldo's 1 millimetre onside, not off. We had a couple of good efforts as well. Yeah, Ramsdale had to pull out a blinding save from Delot, otherwise that's in the back of the net. He tips it onto the post. On another day, it skims and goes in. So if people want to sit there and enjoy the win. I don't care less. Yeah, for me, that was shocking. Absolutely shocking performance. And I think people need to need to wake up a little bit to the fact that this ain't a great team under this manager. Yeah, it's all well and good getting giddy and jumping around that we're fourth again. In about 4 hours from now, we might be back down to fifth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all well and good. Yeah, it's great. I've got people telling me I'm in the mud and, you know, he's proving us wrong. Well, hang on a minute. Chelsea in their last 5 games have lost 3 of them in the league and won 2, which is exactly what we've done. Chelsea fans are going nuts that the after squad need to leave, and we're sitting here jumping around that we're fourth. You know, there's levels to this, isn't there?
Let's get it right. Arteta has not proven anything. Yeah, I mean, okay, we got a great result against Chelsea the other night against in my book, a pretty poor Chelsea. And having chatted to some Chelsea friends of mine, they said that was a bloody awful performance from Chelsea, which it was. And we got it. We got a result, but it doesn't prove anything. The fact of the matter is today we played a bloody poor Man United team and we got away with it. You know, for everybody out there is sucking Arteta off, it doesn't mean a thing. If we end up in fourth at the end of this season, then I will say, okay, fair play. But what is it going to bring upon us? It's going to bring upon us a very, very disappointing season in the Champions League because we need serious investment because this squad is not good enough. My favourite player today, Xhaka, I berated him just before his goal for that senseless yellow card. No need for that. You're a professional footballer. You know, if you kick the ball up into the stands, you're going to get a booking for it. Why? But all right, I'll give you a license on that one because you did score a great goal.
Oh, it was a screamer. Absolute screamer.
How often does he do it?
Once a year.
When's the next one coming? 2023. You know? So no, sorry, you don't convince me. I had people when your channel finished, I went on to, I can't remember who it was now. Oh, it was Del Boy. And people were saying, are you still Xhaka out, Jez? I said, yeah, nothing convinces me.
Yeah, but this is how reactionary people are. One good performance writes off anything. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If he scores a goal today, that writes off anything that he's done all season. Doesn't matter because he scored today. You know, and these people need to wake up because it's not about today. Me and Rance were talking about this yesterday. You know, football fans go game by game. Yeah, I don't.
No, I don't.
Manchester United last season, their fans were getting so mouthy and they finished second, right? They finished second in the league, right? That was the season that Liverpool had about 21 different centre-back pairings and lost 5 straight games at home or something, right? They still managed to get top 4, right? But they finished second. They signed Ronaldo, Sancho and Varane. Their fans were getting super mouthy. But we all knew deep down, and any Man United fan that could see the bigger picture knew that they were riding their luck under that manager last season. Yeah, and they finished second to Man City. We're the same as them this season. We've been riding our luck. Yeah, and then bang, you'll go and get 2 results like this. Yeah, again, riding your luck. Them 2 results now write off anything bad that's happened this season. Because that is how fickle people are. It's about today, right now, that result today. It doesn't matter what happened against Brighton. I mean, Arsenal Twitter account, whoever runs that needs to be sacked. They've posted out the fortress. Well, we lost to Brighton 2 weeks ago at home. How's it a fortress? If we'd been unbeaten all season, then cool. Yeah, but we ain't. Like, I just don't get it. But unfortunately, mate, this is the world we live in now. Everything's about now, today. And that result, that performance of a player will write off anything that's happened before or what's going to happen after. Because we
going to forget the 2 red cards that he cost us games this season.
Yeah. What about when he's grabbing up players last season and cost us games last season? Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, what about when he's telling the fans to F off? What about when he's flirting with Rome? You know, these people are like, they deserve everything that's coming. Because I'll tell you what, if we do get into Champions League, it's going to be a massacre. If we get into Europa League, you ain't winning it. Yeah, and then that'll be an excuse used as to why we don't get into Champions League next season, you know, the season after. It's just a cycle of crap. And Manchester United were doing that under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who was protecting everything at the football club and making out it was all right. Ragnick's gone in there and from day one said this club's a shambles from top to bottom. Yeah, we need somebody like that to come in and just stick it out there because now they've got a manager in that's better than what they had. Miles better than Ragnick as well. and they're going to start moving up a little bit in terms of the quality of player they're getting. They're going to start changing their style of play and stuff like that. All we're doing. What was our style of play today?
I didn't see one.
Neither did I, because it was just embarrassing. Ping pong football, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the times we gave the ball away was a shambles. Both teams were shocking, absolutely shocking. That was a shit performance from both teams. But because we got the win, you know, we have to be sucked in and bullied into, oh, can't you just celebrate the win? No, because now he's going to be here for another 6 months off of the back of that and beating Chelsea. If we had lost both of them games, how many of these people would have come into the chat and said something?
Yeah.
None of them. None of them. But because we've won against 2 teams, all of a sudden it's, oh, everything's rosy again. I don't care about fourth, Jez.
They were all quiet for 3 games. Palace, Brighton, and Southampton. Yeah, after the game against Chelsea on Wednesday. They're all back out again, and it is just pathetic. I mean, that little muppet that came on and tried to discuss with you about Arsenal, and he didn't even know how many games they'd lost. That we'd lost all season.
That's Arsenal fans, mate. I've had one tag me on Instagram today telling me he's proving me wrong. Well, Arteta's proved me wrong.
Who's got 40 years of old, been going to game for 30 bastard years, and you want to try and say, oh, you're in the mud, blah, blah, bollocks crap. And yet you don't answer the question of, well, how many games we lost this season? You don't know.
I know, it's mad. It's actually mad, mate. Listen, we're going to do player ratings in a short while. Manchester City are currently winning 3-1 at half-time. So we're 20 points behind them, which is the standard, not finishing above Tottenham. Or finishing 4th, so we're 20 points behind City as it stands, and we've got West Ham next weekend. But listen, I'll send you the link for the player ratings in a bit, mate. Yeah.
And I'll